Charlie Kirk, by the way, now listen, we took a video down, and we took it down out of respect, because a couple weeks ago, I was a little upset because there was a situation where I thought perhaps some of his backing was pressuring him to speak a certain way. Like I said, I believe in 95% of the thing. The human being, he's a human being, doesn't matter. But yet, he finally came out. And he put this out there. Basically, so if you're mad at what I just said, Charlie said a couple weeks ago, look what Charlie said. Look what Charlie said. I'm not blaming them whatsoever.
Did these guys not know this was taking place?
So I've been in Israel many times. The whole country's a fortress. When I first heard this story, I still had the same gut instinct that I did initially. I find this very hard to believe. I've been to that Gaza border. You cannot go 10 feet without running into a 19-year-old with an AR-15 or an automatic machine gun that is an IDF soldier, right? The whole country is surveilled. And so let me just kind of go through this. We don't talk about Israeli politics very often, and most Americans don't know this. The last 9 months, Israel was on the brink of civil war. It's not an exaggeration. This judicial stuff, there were hundreds of thousands of Israelis taking to the streets because Bibi Netanyahu was basically redefining the Israeli constitution. That's not an exaggeration, right? He said the judicial branch has too much power. There were protests planned this week against Netanyahu, where they anticipated tens of thousands of people to take to the streets. That's all gone, Patrick. Netanyahu now has an emergency government and a mandate to lead. I'm not willing to go so far that saying that Netanyahu knew or there was intelligence here, but I think some questions need to be asked. Was there a stand down order? Was there a stand down order? 6 hours? I don't believe it. Israel's the size of New Jersey. When I took a helicopter ride from Jerusalem to the Gaza border, it's 45 minutes. Wow. 6 hours. They're live streaming the killing of Jews. Did somebody in the government say stand down? That is a legitimate, non-conspiracy question.
I didn't say it. But the fact that no one wants to ask that is not using your full capacity to not be emotionally involved. And I've said it before. How many countries have they bombed? How many countries have they bombed? They have bombed. Do we have that, Kyle? I'll tell you right now. They have bombed, obviously, Gaza City, the West Bank, Lebanon, Syria, Qatar, Yemen. In a week. So, and again, it's just questions. The question is, you're bombing all these countries because you say you have the intelligence to know Hamas is hiding in this small area right over there, okay? Hamas is in this little building in Qatar over there. Click. Quick, get the ad campaign saying we're good. We're the good guys. Quick, Google. Here, Google. Not to see here. Hey, thank you. Hey, Jim Breuer, good show, good show. I love it. I love what you say. I love what you're doing over there. Good stuff, good stuff. You have the intelligence, and I don't know about you, but Hamas must be the entire Gaza Strip, because the entire Gaza Strip is destroyed. So there must be millions of Hamases, millions. So you have the intelligence. This is what I don't understand. You have the intelligence to know where Hamas is in Syria. You have the intelligence to know where Hamas is, the Gaza Strip. You know and have the intelligence to know the precise place to bomb in 7 countries. But you don't know a bunch of monkeys from the Wizard of Oz are flying around with parachutes for a couple hours? Now, again, I don't know about you, but this sounds like an old script. Sounds like an old script. If I want two people to start fighting and I set the thing, I'm not saying they set up. It's just there's questions that nobody's asking. And, hey, man, red pill, blue pill. You're working this week, right? This is going over there as it bombs for defense. I don't know. This is why, A, we got to wake up, and B, dude, you better find faith. We got to narrow it down to God, but you also got to call out the demons. You got to stand up to the demons. The ones installing fear, the ones that won't allow you. This guy in Florida had the audacity, and his testicles must be the size of bowling balls, to come into America and say he's a Republican, and you challenge the First Amendment by saying you have the audacity to try to pass a bill or even hand it in. The fact that you wrote it. I'm sorry, you're suspect. How about we're not allowed to talk about America in a bad way? How about we're not? Because I'm paying taxes here in Florida, and that's another thing. Why is gas, is the economy getting better? How come gas is still over $3? It's still over $3. I thought everything was going down. It's not. It's really not. All governments are illegal. Thank you, Bob. Damn, we missed the shot. Well, give him cancer in his toe. Shut him a guy up. Listen. All the bad energy in the world, focus on love. There's a great group, my Patreon group. They travel one another. They take care of one another. They're all different ages. They're all different genders. They're beautiful human beings. Start building your own communities and turn off this noise. Turn off the monsters. Learn to forgive people. Learn to forgive. But also, don't trust. Stop trusting people you've never met just because it's your government or their specialist or their doctors or whatever they are. Just ask. We've gone way too long without just asking questions. It's okay to ask questions. And if you fear that, they won. Don't you dare fear it. Don't fear it.